Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Prime Time Kings with the man himself, 24/7 Fusion Media, Vigilante Williamson, the mighty fat Steven Seagal, and yours truly, your announcer, Baron Norman Tag. So sit back, relax, and prepare yourself for the greatest thing to come to Sunday since the Easter Bunny. The Prime Time King. And now, the man himself, the Tower of Power, 24/7 Fusion Media.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy 24/7 here with Baron Norman Tag. Hopefully, we'll be joined shortly by Vigilante Williamson and hopefully the fat Steven Seagal, my brothers. And hopefully, everybody out there is doing well. How you doing, brother? You doing all right?
I am doing absolutely fantastic. We had some storms come through here, believe it or not, last night. I kind of felt that, but we had rain, sleet, snow, and thunder and lightning. It was like
all in one
everything.
Day?
All in one night. You got it. So it's like if you were bored with what you were getting one moment, it was going to change on you. Just wait, have a little bit of patience. So, but now we got, cloudy skies. It's going to be pretty nice now coming up here. So can't complain myself.
That's cool. That's cool. It's kind of good out here.
Yeah. It's just odd hearing thunder when it's snowing out, but yeah, it happens. It happens.
Man, I'd like to say what's up to everybody out there. I'd like to give a shout out to the old man. What's going on, old man? Hopefully everything's good with you. My boy Zach says I'm early. Yes, what's up, man? Lord Thought says hi to everybody. Man, old man says, Zach's my friend. Did you hear? There you go. Appreciate that, old man. Pacific 114. Pacific 414, I'm sorry. Hopefully you're doing well, man, and everything's good with you. Keely Chow in the house, my man. Pat S, what's up, man? Appreciate that, man. Stream Elements in the house. Fastine is here too.
Is he?
Yeah, I'm about to say, hopefully he'll be here.
He's sneaking around somewhere. He's a sneaky man, that fat Steven. For a fat guy, he's sneaky.
What's up, good man? Shit. Yeah, man. Great. I'm glad everybody's here, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Boy.
Hope everybody is ready to have some fun, a little excitement, a little adventure. The human adventure is just beginning here.
Yeah, man. Just kind of talking it back, you know. Baron was telling me about what him and Pacific was talking about yesterday. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that thing went almost 5 hours last night. I never expected that. And then we could have kept on going if we wanted to. It's like Pacific sat back and said, listen, guys, there's a bed calling me. I can't do this. Oh, I was actually saying that. I'm putting words in his mouth.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, we got close to the 5 hour mark just talking about collections. It was, it was Cash Money. It was Punk Waddle. Actually got a chance to finally talk with Punk Waddle. He's a fun conversationalist.
Awesome.
Yeah. Padawana Wannabe. Master Paul was there. The Smoking Patriot was there. Who else was on there? Channel 66 was on there. So he was on that, and I know there's one more, and I have a mental block on his name.
66 has been a minute since I've seen him.
Yeah. So that was kind of nice. It was fun,
Okay.
Some of us showing off our toys, some of us just talking about the stuff, and I had a whole pile of stuff. I still have it here that was lifted up. Hey, this, showing off my collection.
Oh, okay. You know, yeah. All right.
I like show and tell.
No, I know that. Me too, man. I'm with that with my comics, man. So definitely understand that. I was like, shit, that sounds like some good shit. Got a Pacific 414 holding it down, man. Damn. What's up, Lord Thaw? Saying what's up to everybody. Zach says, have to go check that out. Sounds like a great show. Yeah. Go ahead, man. If you guys haven't subscribed, man, please do, man. Subscribe to him. Shit,
yeah,
man.
I mean, I put it in the chat, but I'm the wrench, so.
Yeah. Go for it, man.
I can't.
Yeah. So, you can't.
No, I'm not a wrench, man.
Oh, you're not.
I'm not worthy. No, I'm not worthy, man.
Yeah, I'll hook you up here soon, man. I don't know. I can't fuck with it now, man. But
no worries. But I know, like Pat S. or some.
Oh yeah. Pat S. Take care of that. He's awesome, man.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate y'all. Yeah. So it's kind of looking. Had a couple articles, man. Seen some things going on last couple days. Figured we'd check it out and see what you guys think of this.
Yeah, just
a second. And right.
Need to have
there you go, man.
Second monitor one of these days.
Thank you, Baron. Appreciate you trying to
go.
Hey, thank you, Lord.
I'm trying to be professional for once.
Oh no, you're good. Yeah. Let me see. Here we go.
You got that up there?
Yeah.
Fantastic, folks.
So
I suppose.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
I suppose you want me to do the professional read on this.
Yeah, of course, man. I appreciate that. For you folks that don't know what's going on, as you can tell from the title of the article, man, Apple TV is going to do looks like a series on Metropolis. Yeah, I mean I don't know, man. For Metropolis to have been what it's been since the beginning, to look at it right now through the eyes of somebody trying to open up that world, it's like, I don't know, it's weird. It's like, especially when you've only seen it in one way. So now, like when we see it, like let's say if they do decide to create this, if we see it, is it going to be in color? I don't know.
I don't know. I got a lot of ideas what it might be, but most definitely. Well, let's take a look. What we have is an article by Andy Swift from TV Line. It's about Apple TV Plus orders Metropolis, based on the 1927 film from Mr. Robot's Sam Esmail. Now, I have to confess, I've never seen Mr. Robot. I know it's got a lot of awards. People were saying how great the show is. I'm neutral on it. I have no plus or minus about this at all, other than the fact that Apple TV Plus has handed its series over to Metropolis, to a new drama from Mr. Robot creator Sam Esmail. TV Line has learned the project, inspired by Franz Lang's 1927 German science fiction film of the same name, which itself is based off of a 1925 novel by Thea von Harbou. Per the original film's description, Metropolis takes place in the year 2026, which is 4 years from now, man. Wow, we're almost there. When the populace is divided between workers who must live in the dark underground and the rich who enjoy a futuristic city of splendor. In addition to serving as showrunner, Esmail will write and direct every episode of Metropolis under his overall deal with UCP, a division of Universal Studio Group. Of course, now we just go on with those little things. He won this award, that award, whatever. He got pat on the head for being a good boy, all that wonderful stuff. So I won't even get to that part. So,
in the chat, Salty Texas C, what's going on, brother? Great to have you here. It says, the swinging cod is all in one place. Oh shit. And Pat S says a sequel 95 years in the making. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like I don't know, it's like what it was a silent film too, wasn't it?
Right. It was a silent film. Not only that, in the time when Germany was being ravaged by a depression, they were in horrible. Now, this was a time
Right.
where people were literally going around with wheelbarrows full of money, and people got paid hourly because that's how much the inflation was shifting back and forth. But they dumped all this money.
Right.
It was one of the most expensive films made of its time. I don't know if you adjust for inflation, might be even to this day that they pumped into this motion picture, and it was just a phenomenal, eye candy. Even with the old special effects, some of the stuff really, really holds up even today in there. But it's black and white or sepia. I suppose there's a little bit of
Right.
sepia to it, but it's not color. There's no sound to it. I can't remember if I know I think I have a VHS copy, and I think I may have a DVD copy. I know that was on my list along with Nosferatu to have in my
Oh,
collection because
Nosferatu.
of the,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
I love
because
Nosferatu. Yeah.
right.
Good shit.
And yeah, and of course this is something where obviously it's designed for us to, it's visual because of being a silent
Right.
one. So everything's moved into that fashion. So what are they going to do now? They're probably all going to be CGI this, CGI that. Now, of
See, and
course, as
that's
anyone know,
I don't know, man. Turning a silent film 95 years later and something with color and what maybe hopefully no identity politics and bullshit up in there. I mean, you can just imagine which way they can go with this. The same way they're fucking up fucking Lord of the Rings. I could see them just tearing this
right?
shit into shreds, man.
Well, yeah, and the Wheel of Time, how they ripped
Oh
that
my,
apart.
right.
Uh,
So
I mean, just all this there, and of course, right there, I can imagine because it is about class warfare. I mean, the thing was obviously was a commentary of the time with class warfare, the inflation, how they're seeing the upper crust still living the good life while they're all suffering and barely able to buy food to
right,
keep themselves alive. So,
right,
I mean, I don't. I mean, I can only guess. I can probably guess correctly which way Sam Ismail goes on the political scale. Now,
right.
with that, uh, obviously it's an invite. Let's bring all the other things in. I mean, now the robot is a female. So what are they going to play with games with that with identity politics now? Uh,
Yeah, well,
it just has all the earmark of turning into not Metropolis but Wokopolis. Really,
oh man, fucking that's crazy. Brett Cohen, what's going on, brother? Says Metropolis is one of my favorite movies, hands down. If they touch it, it will make life work to bring Bezos down. Well, brother, then get ready to do your life work. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because this shit looks like it'll probably get tampered, man. With I hate, and
yeah,
it's fucked up, man. So, like I say, you can just imagine, like, what could they do with this, man? It's like, damn, the possibilities are endless, but at the same time, at that point, it wouldn't be Metropolis.
right.
So,
I mean, while you're at it, get your pitchfork and your torch ready because yeah, Jeff is going to get a visit from you because they're going to. I'm sorry. I wish I had a positive thought about it. If they would keep it to the original theme and keep it to that, with what that story is about, whether you agree with the topic or not, that's beside the point. Don't touch it out of
right,
that. That's what's important about it. It's something that makes people talk even today. People who see the film, they get together, and obviously they talk about the artistic value, the message value, everything about why this film is great through the time. And of course, how many people have never
right,
seen it because, well, it's black and white, it's silent. I can't waste my time with
right,
that.
right,
I got to watch the
right.
Kardashians now. And now they're going to get sucked in and then not realize what it's about and walk around like a
We
bunch of guppy sheep going, it's wonderful,
right.
Bob. It's wonderful, Bob. And then wonder why
This is
people like us are pissed off.
right. I understand. I mean, this is Apple TV Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Apple TV Plus. So I don't know, man. It's.
Well,
Yeah, like I said,
how are they doing with Foundation? How are they doing with Foundation? From what I understand, that turned into woke crap too.
right. Apple TV Plus, man. Like I said, not a lot of people I know even watch them, man. So I don't know, but they have quality. You know, I've seen some of the movies that they've like they have this Tom Hanks movie and a bunch of other stuff over there. But I don't see a lot of people gravitating to go, hey, I got to sign up. Let me go get Apple TV. Ain't nobody talking about Apple like that. But but of course, money. So of course they can get the rights to this shit. But just to know that, hey, it's going down.
Well, I have a dumb question to ask. I do have a dumb question to ask. Do people get Apple TV even if they don't have the Apple TV Plus, even if they don't have Apple TV or Apple computer or an iPad? Whereas you're sitting at home, you have something that's a Sony machine, you have a Roku or whatever.
I think you can actually just go in and get it like you can get anything else, man. Yeah.
Maybe I
From what I understood, you can go ahead and just and then if I'm not mistaken, with some like services, it comes free. Of course, there's like maybe a phone, a new phone, or switching over to another service.
Right.
They might add it in. Like for instance, I go with T-Mobile, and once you run with them, you get Amazon Prime. So Amazon packages could be sent for free, and I could watch their shit on TV. So that comes with, that comes with having the phone. So that's you'd be surprised.
Okay, so I'm looking at my so I'm looking at my Sony phone, and I don't see it on Android. It's not available through Android, Apple TV Plus. And I know when I was in the business, doing how funny a Luddite selling Apple phones and other phones. When people did buy certain packages with the Apple phones, they were, when it first came out, Apple TV Plus, getting like 6 months or 3 months of Apple TV Plus, or even a year free. But that had to be an Apple product. If they were going for a Samsung or something like that, forget about it.
Man, Lord Thought says this will creatively bankrupt. They need to fall. They need to fall to this level. Yeah, that was my whole point, Lord Thought. Man, exactly. Salty Texas C says Apple TV exists to show what endless money and zero accountability for quality results in. There you go. Right. That's why I say, like, it's weird, man. They they have a lot of content, but it's like they got all kind of wild shit over there, man. Just a lot of different shit. It's crazy, man. They still, I guess, trying to find their audience, man. To figure out who they really trying to cater to. Old man says, Texas, Salty Texas C, really happy that you're here. There you go, old man. Six, how you doing, Six? Oh, that's what's up. Great to have you here. Cheers. What Thought says, don't get me started on that perversity. Oh, shit. And travesty, that was the Wheel of Time. There you go.
Yeah.
Shit. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, I mean, I've never read the books or anything. The Wheel of Time. I know people that have Richard Jordan. Is his name Richard Jordan? I can't remember. I think it's something Jordan. And I just heard just the outcry from just the first 10 minutes of that show. It's bad when in 10 minutes the pitchforks are coming out. At least with the new He-Man series, you virtually had a good first episode, and everything went to hell. Towards the end of it.
Oh shit! Yeah, that was horrible, man. That was a tough one to see, man. Damn, Texas Salty Texas C says Apple needs to merge with Paramount. It'll be like a sign from the Book of Revelations. And Six says, I never knew that. I thought you had to have it on a product on which I own none. Yeah, it's I don't even own any Apple products myself, to be honest. So I'm with you there. Coldera, what's going on, brother? Saw you playing Cyberpunk 24. You having fun? Yeah, man. Cyberpunk is pretty cool. Actually, I was just doing the endings. They got different endings. I took over as Keanu Reeves and fucking shit was wild.
When were you doing this? When were you doing this, man?
What's that?
The playing the game.
Oh,
is that on your channel?
No, not on my channel. It was just playing at home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just one of those. Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
Here, I thought you were going Vidge and Fat Steven and doing some gaming streams that I was missing.
Oh nah, I mean I might game here and there a little bit, but see, Apple TV is on my Android TV, or so it says.
Okay.
I've never watched it. See, yeah, exactly. That's like Apple TV does come up in different apps and different things. Yeah, so I don't know. It's just and sometimes it comes with like I said, I get. I don't know how Amazon is tied to T-Mobile, but I get Amazon Prime just because I got my phone service through them. So I know there's probably like a whole bunch of other little companies that are hooked up with other little phone companies that are, you subscribe, you can watch this for free or some shit. Yeah, they got all kind of shit out there for all different companies, man. So yeah, you probably find Apple TV some way somehow.
Most
Like
definitely.
I said, nobody is really fucking with it, man. And I mean, streaming services, all they've done is just turn around and it's like getting cable all over again.
Yeah,
like, come on, man.
Fuck,
man.
All these streaming services, if you want all of them, it's going to be, you're paying more than if you did have the top tier package of cable. Honestly.
Right.
Pretty soon we're going to start seeing stuff drop. Our start merging is going to be more than what's going to happen. It's like these services can't do it by themselves, but if they merge together, now we're going to have, universe amount television and
right.
whatever, and it's going to happen. I mean, when they start doing this, it's like people, especially now. I mean, let's face it, we're starting to get into financially hard times. We're going into some bad inflation rates. I mean, I just took a look at what we had for our grocery bill today. It's like, holy cow, stuff's gone up. Right. And people are going to have to start cutting things out. It's like, well, we don't need to have Paramount Plus. We don't need to have this one. I'll keep this one. I'll keep Netflix, or I'll keep Amazon. But I'm going to get rid of
it's. It's funny you say that the inflation and stuff, man. They got it to where it got it so bad over here in Houston that it's like you go to the grocery store and they have it to where you can only get two of anything in the store right now. And I don't know what the fuck just happened in the last day or two that made everything just go like that. But if you say you bought 3 gallons of milk, knowing you could have bought however many gallons of milk you wanted to just 2 days ago or so, but now if you get more than 2 gallons, they'll tell you to put the rest back, or they'll just take it from you, and they'll allow only 2 packs of meat, two things of cereal, 2 things of rice. Like everything, it had to be in pairs. They wouldn't let you buy 3 of this or 4 of that or 8 of this. And it's like that shit is just as bad as when the fucking pandemic started, and that shit just went down between yesterday and today here in Houston, man. And they got all the grocery stores; they're all fucking doing that right now, all of them. So that's some shit that's going on right now, man. And right, and and they say that by the time the summer hits, they're gonna be doing that with the electricity out here too. So that shit's going down as well. Yeah.
Just what you need, especially when it gets hot.
I know, right? Codera says I got the secret ending where you and Keanu take on the last. Nah, I don't think I got there yet, man. I'm gonna check that out. That is 24/7 Fusion Media. The only 24/7 Fusion Media. The only Apple TV products I own are iPhone, Apple TV, a Nano, and an iPod. Oh, I feel you. Yeah. I don't even got that shit. 6 says
all I got is.
No, I'm saying I was just saying 6 says I added Apple TV to my Roku and browsed around. There's nothing I would watch, even if it was for free. Oh shit! So basically, they got a lot of shit you got to pay for over there. Wow.
I mean, I can see the Peanuts stuff. You mean that they got Peanuts over there? I mean, that's always a pleasure to watch. But I don't even fully know what they are. Peanuts, Charlie Brown.
Oh, I think
they got Charlie Brown on Apple, right? No. I didn't. No. I did not see the say about the one-eyed worm. No.
Okay, I would like to say, what happened? Oh, you like to look at that shit? Like, what happened? All
No,
right.
I don't. No, not me. Not me.
Oh,
No, no, no,
okay.
no,
All
no, no,
right.
no,
All
no,
right.
no, no, no.
Because I didn't know. I didn't know
I
what you were saying, man. But when you said it like that and you kept going, I was like, wait a minute, what are we talking about? But all right, I
Hey,
got you. You
I
funny
got a
shit.
one wiener word. I got a one wiener rule.
No, okay.
Rule. Mine. That's it. You know,
I got
one
you.
wiener rule. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Zach
six. That's
says.
what I said.
Zach says that Salty Tech C. There's just so many incels now, like everywhere. Yep. Shout out to Houston from Central Hill Country. Oh, that's what's up. All right. Appreciate that, man.
But to get back at I think it was Pat S. You saying get an Apple device. Well, I do have Apple. I got a iMac right over here. That's the other computer they have up here. I have a couple of Apple TVs. I got an iPad. When it came to phones, I just went with the Android. That's all. I mean, I got a terabyte. I have a phone with a terabyte of memory on it. How can you go wrong with that? I mean, honestly.
Right. Yeah. So, and so the thing is, like a gallon of milk out here was going for like $1.99. Now it's $3.99. So, man, fuck, man. Everything shit damn near doubled, man. Out here, and gas just went up to $4 and either some places $4.19, other places $4.50 a gallon.
We haven't hit 4 yet, but we're damn close. And then there's somebody I know that's on the fake book on my real account that she showed a picture of. She used to live in California, and she got a picture from California. It's like 6.5 a gallon, and that's starting out going up.
Fuck. Oui, man, you better off riding the bus or hitchhiking. Put out that big thumb like Pee Wee Herman and shit.
Yeah. Get that bicycle going.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Pat says my Hulu was 40. What? He paid $50 a month before we dropped it when a dozen eggs cost $3.49, and you can only 2 dozen of them. Time to start saving. Yeah, man. Yeah, you really got to start rationing out your food, man. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but
and not to sound apocalyptic or anything, but this is always a good thing to have, anyways, because of just the fact that you never know when the weather's going to go bad on you and things are. But they got those emergency food kits where you have up to like 2 weeks or plus of food that's like MREs like they have in the military. Freeze dried and stuff like that, canned stuff. Maybe it's about time to start loading up on some of that, and because you never know. Again, this isn't survivalist crap I'm trying to say here, but like you guys had down in Texas when it hit the fan with the snow and all that. How many people lost power? Couldn't get places.
Right. Yeah.
You start running out of food. You have it. Yeah.
That was horrible, man. Yeah.
My biggest regret is after Y2K, all the generators. I'm not talking about the good line generators started going up for sale because no one was dying because Y2K didn't kill us.
Right.
These people decided they didn't need to have them, so they're selling them for like dirt cheap. And it's always good to have a generator because you never know when you're going to lose power.
Right.
And how long until you get it back? And Salty C is right about that. Good luck getting propane tanks. Yeah.
Oh fuck, man. 6 said old peanuts. What? Oh shit. Oh, okay. Yeah, she's laughing at that's what's up.
Goober peas, legumes, salted legumes.
To see. You know what? I'm with you. I'm with you there. Buy your physical media for the love of God. Get your books, DVDs, Blu-rays. Yeah, and your records and everything else. Get a hold of your shits, man. Get your comic books. Get all your good stuff, man. And there's plenty of it. So yeah, you and it's cheap. Believe it or not, this this COVIDs and all this other stuff, man, ended up actually destroying businesses and making a lot of things that wouldn't have been affordable, made them dirt cheap. And I see things every day that if it had been any other time in my life, I would have never been able to just put a finger on it. Now I'm getting my hands dirty and all kinds of shit that, couldn't even afford at one time, and now you get it for just a few dollars. So it's a different world out there now, and a lot of things are more affordable and more accessible than anybody can ever imagine. So you gotta get it while the getting's good. And right now, shit, being out here in Texas, you know what time it is. Nah, I'm talking to Salty, man, Salty Texas C. Shit, if he goes by the pawn shops, he knows he's finding DVDs and Blu-rays for like little or nothing, man. 50 cents each, $1 each. I mean, it's records. You get them for CDs. You get them for like a quarter or 50 cents. I mean, and shit. Just imagine if they selling it to you for that kind of price. How much are they buying it for? The pawn shop to sell it to you for that cheap. See, that's and that lets you know, hell, it costs more money to fucking manufacture a DVD, than it takes more money to manufacture it and press it and everything else than it does for what the pawn shop is selling it to you for. So, yeah, you're right. Get your physical media while you can, especially when it's cheap. So, yeah, you gotta get it while you can. Shit. Lovely shit.
Yeah, I mean, she's being as lovely as ever. That's what's going on.
There you go.
And I dropped a link in the chat there, Wrenches. I don't know if you can put that on the page. So, but yeah, I mean, really, this is the time because you have so many brain dead idiots out there that think, oh, I got all my Apple TV, I got my Netflix, I got this, I got that. I don't need this stuff anymore. Why should I have this stuff anymore? It just takes up space. And it's like, oh, then they start cussing because the show's not on there no more. It's like, I was watching this. Where is it? Well, they lost the licensing to it. It's all subject to licensing. Or if you buy something, quote unquote, buy it off of iTunes or off of Amazon, Jeff Bezos made it known you're not buying this. You're only gaining the rights to have access to it. And if they decide they want to get rid of it, they will. And you're out of it. If there's a series, it could be like anywhere from some series you can get for $5 up to $40 for a season.
Right. Yep. I'm just looking at the chat. Wow, the chat has jumped. Coldera says Amazon is in a good position, but streaming is apart from the package. It's going to $20 though. Oh wow, yeah. It's a Barron's solo. Oh man, I
do know. What do I do now?
No, he said Baron Solo Wiener in the house. Six says salty.
Only one.
Man. The long and suffering Miss Tag says what? Oh hell, the long suffering Miss Tag. She's in the house. There you go. Blame your husband. He started the wiener talk.
Yeah. She's going to have one heck of a week here coming up, though. If her mother's going in for knee replacement surgery, so she's going to be a nursemaid for my mother-in-law this next week. And that little orangish little cat that was around here, I called my supervisor when I'm working at home. I don't have that cat no more. The cat went over and is now living with my mother-in-law. She fell in love with it, and it's like, okay, one less mouth to feed.
Oh, okay, that's cool. At least it's still in the family, so it's all good.
Yeah, little girl's still alive and well over there.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's gonna have a hell of a week. So I don't know. Put what is it? LST. Put LST in the chat for her. Long suffering tag. So, but yeah, I mean, when it comes right down to it, is what's this going to be? We already know a track record for some of these people doing these series, and then again, it's going to be a streaming thing only. Are they going to ever release it on physical media?
Right. Pat S says silver canned goods and bullets. Yeah. Silver, huh? Yeah. Yeah, it's yeah, good luck with the propane tanks for real. Yeah. Yeah, all that shit, man. I don't even understand. Like, I'm still trying to figure out. I know once I get done with this stream, I'm going to be checking to see why did everything just kind of go to shit like that, where they just starting to ration the shit out like this when you go to every grocery store.
Well, Well, I could say, but I don't want to turn this into a political thing, so I'm going to bite
And I
my
mean,
tongue.
and eventually, if they're doing that, then they're probably going to stop you from getting so many gallons of gas.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to be limited on that end too. So you got to be real cautious on where you go to, because you don't want to waste all your shits going somewhere that
No,
you don't. You know.
I mean, I remember because I was still a little shit when this was going through, but we had the embargo stuff going on back in the '70s with OPEC and all that, and you had the long gas
Right.
lines. I remember my dad. Uh, I'm in my little onesie pajama because I was a little brat, and gathering all of us up, we went down to the Vickers gas station in the middle of night because that was their opportunity for us to get gas. And that's where we're going down on. We're going to have long gas lines. You're probably going to be rationed only so many gallons of gas, the way things are going. Uh,
Right.
like I said, I'm trying hard not to say anything here, but let's put it this way: we're sending loves and hugs to the Ukraine, but still buying Russian oil. Where does that make sense?
I got you. Yeah.
I'm going to
So,
stop it right there.
uh,
Yeah, I'm just going to stop it right there. But I mean, we want to know where things are going. That's
Salty Texas C, what's up, brother? Says, glad I hit some super sales at the local record shop and went big then. I got you. Yep. Hey,
well,
how's it
like you
going, long
said, Magnus.
suffering? Miss Tag. Hopefully you doing well.
I mean, just like you were saying, there are so many comic shops that are suffering now. They're closing up, and you can, if they're stocked and get bought up by another comic book shop, you could get these great old classic comics for cheap, a lot less than what they're really worth, what they're worth on the
Right.
market.
Right. Everybody saying hi to each other. Yeah. Propane accessories. Hank Hill voice. There you go, Coldera Zachariah 315. What's going on? Saying what's up to everybody. Oh, check this out here.
Hey.
Whoa, who's this?
Yeah, I'm a little
What's
early.
going on, brother?
Yeah,
How you
you
doing, brother?
are.
I was
Kind of
actually-
shocked.
Yeah, I might have to leave.
How's it going, man?
Hey.
Oh, I feel you.
Early in, early out, huh?
Yeah, well, still late, still 40 minutes into the show, so I apologize about that.
No, it's all good.
I feel bad. Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing, man? I saw parts of
man.
you guys talking about Metropolis. I've never seen that movie and never really been into it, so I don't really know enough. I guess they're remaking that.
Yeah, they're turning I'm assuming they limited the series. Yeah, that's what I'm
Isn't
assuming.
That's got to be public domain, right?
Yeah.
So anyone could technically do it, right?
Right. It's been public domain for ages.
Yeah, that's such an old movie. It's one of the first, it's okay, 27 or something. It's one of the first few movies that got big. So like, yeah,
it's 95 years old, man.
Yeah. So it is what it is, I guess. But you know what? I honestly, the only reason I say that because I do think, public domain properties are properties. If you're talking about, we need our own stuff, sort of thing, right? If somebody wanted to make a fan-made Robin Hood movie or fan-made, because we see so many fan-made properties. We talked about the fan-made Dread, some of the fan-made horror movies and stuff like that, but they can't do anything with them because somebody else owns the rights. I think doing a fan-made. I think Zorro might be. I'm not sure about Zorro, but a fan-made Sherlock Holmes, a fan-made whatever. All these properties that are already public domain, that might be an inroads to actually getting something done. Because my big thing is, even though there's still good stuff coming out every now and again, still want like independent stuff to be made because I don't trust, just like you don't trust Hollywood, neither do I.
Right. Well, yeah, because everything except for the last book, the case book of Sherlock Holmes, I think everything of Sherlock Holmes is public domain except for that last book. And of course, this one is RUR, Rossum's Universal Robots, which was a Czechoslovakian play where we got the word robot from. That's in public domain. It was a melodrama play. And, someone wanted to do that one. Yeah, if someone wanted to do that one, I mean, right there, you could have yourself an interesting story right there. off of something. I don't think they may have made. I think they may have made some BBC did a TV show back. I'm literally in the 40s, 49 on that one. But other than that, it's open game. Well, of course, Robin Hood's always been a legend. Who can trademark a legend? That or King Arthur, or
Yeah.
even like the old Nordic sagas, or all the way across the board. Roman, Egyptian, Chinese. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's all these legends. I really wish, I think that's if there's a path to getting your own independent property off the ground, I think a reimagining of some of these things will be the best way to do it. Because the reason they remake stuff is because there's a built-in audience. Even something like Metropolis, I've heard of it because it's still like a film geek's wet dream. It's still one of those movies that people love.
Right.
So that's why they remake and redo stuff, even if it's to ruin, but there's a built-in audience of people who are going to be interested. So for the independent creators out there who want to do something, I'm not just saying, I'm kind of thinking in my own head, I wonder if I could reimagine something and make it into something, because I think that's the path to having your own built-in audience without having to necessarily establish a new property. So that's just that I have.
Right, and be respectful to the source material. I mean, obviously, there's the translation over. And, myself, I have to confess, I am not against remakes per se, because some stuff does need to be remade. There was something that came out that had a great concept, but poor execution. A lot of people don't realize Titanic, James Cameron basically remade a film from the 40s, I think it was. And literally remade the film into that giant monster hit that he had. For me, James Cameron has always been kind of a rip-off artist, and then puts a new splash of paint on it, and then goes out there and say, "Hey, look what I got!" But as it goes, there's so many things you can do the proper reimagining to it, keep it to the source material, keep respectful on it, and it's amazing out there. I mean, it's just like plays. How many times do you have a play and you keep on doing the play over and over and over again, the new different takes of the play? Just look at what they do with Shakespeare.
Yeah,
we're going to do
Macbeth. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I saw I just saw a clip of Macbeth. Did they do a recent thing of Macbeth recently, a couple years ago?
I think they got a Denzel, right?
Yeah, it was Denzel. That's why I saw a clip. I didn't know Denzel was in Macbeth.
Mm-hmm. Right, and West Side Story is basically Romeo and Juliet. And look at him over there. Look at him over there.
Right. Speaking of Romeo and Juliet, you remember that? I like the '90s Romeo and Juliet. I love that with fucking Leonardo DiCaprio.
Beyonce.
Oh yeah.
No, was Beyonce in that?
I'm thinking about I'm thinking about.
No, you're thinking about Carmen. Carmen, she did.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that shit, man.
Yeah.
And then they had the Othello.
Othello, yeah, I do remember that. I just remember that '90s Romeo and Juliet. I thought that was. I mean, a lot of people will laugh at because it was kind of cornily done, but it was like a '90s version of it, and they had guns instead of swords. I just thought that was just cool how they did it. You know what I mean? So something like that, you know what I mean, will be an interesting take. I think that's if you're talking about again fan made or low key. I wish I could push this out to like all the people who are about to do like a Batman fan film because they saw the Batman. It's like, nah, man, just fucking redo. And Pat S tells me to get the fuck out of here, so I guess I just have to listen. So peace out.
No, what? Get back here, Vidge. Pat S says, "Get the fuck out of here, Vidge." What's going on there? I missed something here. There he is.
Okay. Here. And so I'm like, well, Pat S, he's like, the co-producer, so I'm just listening to him.
Yeah, he's the big shot around here. He's got more power than all of us. I'm trying to stay on his good side. What did you, Vidge? What do you do, Vidge?
I don't know. I have no idea what I did.
I think he's feeling a little oury tonight. That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Flexing his muscles. He was getting down on me for not having an Apple phone.
He said, "Thanks for doing."
Oh, I don't have an Apple phone either. I guess I'm glad I listened. That's why you gotta listen to the producer, man. You don't want to fuck him up, man. Yeah. But that was all my thoughts about remaking public domain properties. I think it's something we should do.
Well, shit.
Well, you know,
stuff.
I think the next story we got is right up Vidge's alley here because of strawberry shits.
Yeah.
Strawberry shits.
We have a strawberry shit story, man. We got a strawberry shit story.
All right.
So somebody in the chat said somebody ran their car on chicken shit.
Yeah, that was yeah, that's the old man. That's Baron's pops, man.
Oh man.
The old man, yeah. That's
you probably could do that with these new cars, I'm sure, but that'd be some shit to try to figure out.
Well, remember Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome? They're doing with pig shit.
That makes sense.
Making the methane off the pigs, pig manure. Yeah.
I wonder if you can do this. I'm sure you probably could, and then they don't want us to realize this. But whatever. But Pop Tart.
Here we go. Yeah.
Strawberry shits. There you go. Yeah.
Strawberry shits right up your alley here. Jerry Seinfeld is making a multi-million dollar movie about Pop-Tarts.
What do you think about that, Vic?
My guess is you remember those commercials they did back in the day where they was like the stick figure, was it Don Hertzfeld style commercials where they would do crazy cartoons. My guess is they're going to do that in the full length movie where they make these guys characters or whatever.
Actually,
go ahead.
This is about the origins of Pop-Tarts. This is the origin story.
Yeah, like how they actually took the pastry and put the strawberry shits in the middle, and then put the top on there with the frosting,
and then started pissing off the Karens because they didn't have enough strawberry shits in there. Yeah, exactly. So by Mike Pomeranz here. What's the deal with Pop-Tarts? Oh, sorry.
And it's fucked up how they got sued for that, man. I remember talking to Vigilante about that.
Yeah.
Well, I was up with that too. I guess I was laughing too hard because of strawberry shits.
It was so crazy. It's like okay. I mean, on some level, I was kind of with them because it's just like there is this false advertising. Like, there's no blueberries in this shit. Like, they don't got to lie. But how many of these flavors that we see on packaging where it's like, okay, it's not any of that in here. But the people don't know. But at the same time, they're Pop-Tarts. So I mean, you're not looking for actual health benefits from Pop-Tarts. I mean, clearly you're not.
This isn't French pastries.
I mean, you be toasting yours, or you fucking just eat your shits right out the package.
I eat the shits right out the package. I know. Sometimes I'll toast them, but I just the brown sugar and cinnamon one. I'll just eat that shit out the package, man.
Oh, I feel you.
Well, yeah, I usually eat them on the run. That's if I get a chance to, I will toast them. But usually I'm grabbing it.
Hey,
house is full.
I'm here for a little bit, but
that's
sorry,
what's up.
I get caught up in stuff. But
hey, you're busy as hell.
Yeah, we know, man. Damn, great to see you, man. Great to have you, bro. There you go.
Congrats on your success. They're 24. Hi, bitch.
Hey,
man, thank you, man. Shit, you too, man. You've been fucking whooping ass, man.
Yeah, fighting YouTube. YouTube's being a real bee right now.
Well, you're one of, and I'm not even exaggerating. You're one of the best citizen journalists on earth right now, and I mean that seriously because I follow your coverage of the truckers way more than I follow mainstream media.
Yeah, me too, man.
Legitimately, thank you for doing that.
Yeah, I get a lot of messages saying, "Oh, you're just restreaming. I'm just doing this." I'm like, bro, you guys can't find it. I do. You have hashtags in the goddamn description. It'll take you right to their channel. Shush the hell up. Yeah. But they did the roundabout in DC. They're in DC now.
Oh,
yeah. And some counter pressers try to block them today, supposedly trying to get to DC, and little things here and there. But it was pretty cool. They had people in their cars on the freeways yelling at them. Hey, you're a white supremacist group. I'm like, dude, the guy in my car's black. What are you talking about? White supremacist group? Shit, it's the passenger side. Wow. How you guys all doing?
Shit,
talk about Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, talk about Pop-Tarts, man.
But tomorrow's going to be good. One of the streamers we had down there in Ottawa, Red Prince, he's actually joining me tomorrow at noon, so that's going to be cool.
Oh, great.
Oh, shit.
Why am I here? Why is it the first thing I see in that article is Pop-Tarts?
Yeah, because Seinfeld is making Seinfeld's making a Pop-Tart movie.
I'm done. I'm out. If it's gonna be like the B movie, I'm out. I don't want to. Is it gonna be Pop-Tarts in boxes talking about toasters? Is that what it's gonna be called?
So that's
Nah,
that was my first thoughts, but it's not
Right.
about that. It's actually
it's
about
not
the
about that.
origin of how Pop-Tarts got started. My first thought was that they're gonna do like an animated Pop-Tarts talking, but no, it's apparently more about the origins of the people who made Pop-Tarts. So it's more of a period piece / I don't know, whatever you want to call it, film.
Damn.
Yeah,
The lovely
talking
Sherry
about-
says. No, my bad. It's like the lovely Sherry says you need to try the frosted maple flavor Eggo Pop Tarts. Wow,
Ooh,
didn't know that shit
sounds-
existed.
I didn't either.
I'll have to pass. I'm sorry. I'm not a huge maple fan. I'm really not. It's only good when you mix it with like melted margarine on pancakes and stuff. I don't like a lot of maple donuts or anything. It gets gross after a while for me.
Oh, I got you.
Too
Smashing
sweet.
stereotypes, Fat Steven.
Yeah.
You beat
Did
me
you
to
see
it,
that?
man.
Did you see that? Oh, did you? Oh, I forgot to talk about stereotypes. Here, I'll put this in the private. Did you guys see about the CNN thing talking about how Steven Seagal's not in Russia?
Oh yeah, yeah, I saw that.
Oh
Actually,
yeah.
I saw that. I thought it was funny as shit.
Now, none of y'all egg me anymore, saying, "Steven, are you in the Ukraine? Steven, are you?" Like literally every time I woke up last week, it was, "Hey, is this you?" Yeah, it's me. I got a private DM saying, "Hey, can you talk to Putin? I know you guys are friends. Can you stop the war?" I'm not the real Steven Seagal.
Oh
Sorry.
shit!
Pop Tarts.
Wait, you're not?
No, I'm
I've
not.
been living a lie.
It's okay, you're black. It's I give. I'll let you have it. It's okay.
Oh wow. More that trademark.
Yeah, more. Yeah, that convoy's turned me into a complete supremacist. I'm sorry.
There you go.
Would you like a hug and a bouncy castle?
No, I'm not a pro-black person. So I don't really want hugs
Oh, okay.
because all they want is hugs from white people at the end of
We'll
the
put
day.
a reach around.
That's neat. Oh, geez.
No, sorry. That was-
Damn.
Reach around.
As long as
Oh,
you do it, I'll
geez.
hug away. Hug as
Oh,
long
I
as
didn't know.
I'm
I
possible.
didn't know what to react.
Yeah, I know. I
reach
can
around.
tell, man. That was like, yo, that was classic.
That's classic.
Holy
Hey,
shit,
that's
yeah.
classic, Fat Steven. That's what he gets paid the big bucks for. That's what
Yeah.
Thanks.
You know, I'll tell you one thing. Growth is it, if you start growing quick, it's fantastic and all, but YouTube punishes you for all day, every
I've
day.
seen that.
Constant. It's battle just to keep 10 and 10, and they'll wipe you out. 10, they'll wipe you out. So all y'all who want to get over 1,000 subs and try to like get like a big ass community, hold out on 1,000 and just try to maintain over 1,000. That's where the worthwhile is. Because as soon as you start getting over that, they punish you more and more and more. I've noticed that. I'm like, this is a new type of PTSD.
Oh, so hold the
YouTube
line at
doesn't
1K, huh?
Yeah, hold the line at 1K. That's right. Hold the line.
There you go.
Line of
Oh
code.
wow.
shit.
Yeah, but YouTube doesn't want growth from creators. That's become obvious to me. Like they don't want creators to grow because they don't want, and just from pure business, they don't want to pay out any more than they already do. So why not?
Yeah,
Well,
And
they're
let
the
alone
pockets
somebody who
of big
says something they
business.
don't like.
you guys are doing all right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Hanging in there.
man. Yeah. For real. Shit.
worse.
Happy to have you here, man. Shit. That's
Yeah.
I'm still
yeah.
trying to get back in schedules, and it's just it's brutal, man. And I'm sorry. I know a lot of people understand the shit, so I'm really appreciative. Just that.
Hey, we appreciate you being here, bro.
No, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously, because I mean, even before this, you were busy as shit anyway. So
Right.
like, all this did is amplify it anyway. You were already doing like 50 streams a day, and then you start doing these 20-hour streams on top of those
Ooh,
50. I was
yeah,
like,
you was
16
killing
hours.
it, man.
60. It was
16
close.
hours
Almost
were
close.
16 hours was my max, but I do like six, and I figured out how to do have my StreamYards going, and then switch on a multi-feed with Gamecaster, and then I can just ease out of one, and just go to the multi-feeds, and I can just.
Damn.
Other than that, yeah, no. Honestly, don't do what I do. Go to bed on a good time, have a meal, rub one out, have a shower. Don't do 16-hour live streams because YouTube clocks you out at 11:55.
Oh,
After 11:55, anything you stream after is not recorded.
Really?
What?
oh.
But I also back up everything to Rumble, but it's still being synced with YouTube. So, yeah, I learned that one. Like I just took over
Yeah.
your show. I'm so sorry.
Damn.
No, we want you here.
Ah.
And I need this
Yeah,
game.
yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
know that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't know that
had
either.
no clue. So no, please
For real.
listen. Get
Oh.
gay. We need to let us know the
We
way.
need to know have the sage advice of the fat Steven Seagal.
I'm not giving you a reach around, Baron. I know you felt left out. I saw the sadness in your eyes.
Oh.
I'm
Hey,
sorry.
one wiener rule. One wiener rule. Stay away.
You're confusing me with the Pillsbury dough condom. I think that's the problem.
Pillsbury dough condom. Well, there's a lot of fat people, so I guess a specific condom for them is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's called, and it's flavored, not edible. Oops.
Oh.
But no, it's been crazy. Yeah, there was something good to bring up. You guys talk about Batman yet or no?
No, we haven't.
You haven't? Have you guys saw it? You guys see it?
Nah, shit. Talk about it.
I'm afraid you guys know. I was bored.
Oh, thank God, man! I feel like I'm the only person who doesn't like this movie.
No, and it honestly, I have to give it a second chance later. But I was bored, and I know it's supposed to be nitty and gritty, but I could not connect with anything, and it felt so weird. It was like, I know it's Batman, but I cannot connect to this, and it was the weirdest stuff ever. Then again, maybe, and honestly, that, and then it's like, it's not. I didn't see any woke. Didn't see any other crap. I was bored. I think like maybe it was just my mood at the time, but I was bored.
The movie's too long. The movie to me does not justify being 3 hours. It doesn't. There's some cool stuff that happens. There's some cool action scenes, and then there's a lot of experimentation. This is non-spoiler. I know one thing that I didn't really realize, but I've heard people talk about that was kind of, you're not used to seeing Batman with like massive groups of people like you do in this movie. Like he's just in a room full of police. You realize you hadn't really seen that much. So it looks
Weird.
You know what I mean? It just looks like there's a dude in a fucking Batman costume with a bunch of police. Like it looks
weird.
What the hell? Just weird. There's no other way for it. I mean, there's a lot of cool action in it. But man, I didn't bored. I was the last half an hour to an hour. I was like, please just end this fucking movie. Just end this movie so I can go back to my life. Just end it. End the movie. End it. And when I thought it would end, it just didn't. It's like just end it.
And it's not a bad thing though. I was like, honestly, it's rather like I was just bored. Yeah, I pointed out one line I saw that I didn't like because it was the white privilege crap. But other than that, I was just like. Mm-hmm. The other thing that caught me, and I don't know many people that caught this, is when they were focusing on the I'm gonna do, it's not a spoiler, but the way they were near the end with the whole thank you followers, thank you for the tips, like you're a great community. I feel like they had a double entendre that they were attacking critical YouTubers and streamers.
Yes,
critical trailers. It felt what Matt Reeves might have been listening to people, but he was also taking pot shot. It felt like with that too. It had a double meaning, and only I know 2 other people, Vigilante now because he yelled yes, and Loki. And I'm surprised no one else picked that up the way they were talking about it.
So I did mention it I did a stream about it right after I saw it yesterday, and I want to do a dedicated review. And I don't want to spoil. I even said it in the comments. I just said it to somebody in the comments of the Ryan Cannell video. Did I can't think of his name because he's a community guy we see around. But I was just saying, that was a subtle shot. Such and such's crew was a subtle shot at people who think critically. I thought it was a shot at I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it, but I thought it was a shot at the well, you guys are already giving me spoilers, but yeah, they made Riddler like an influencer, and so his crew to me is kind of a shot at the people from the Sixth, of all these people who go online and looks into conspiracy theories, even though this conspiracy is absolutely confirmed in the movie. So I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean, but I thought that was like a subtle little shot at people who either critical YouTubers or critical just people on the internet in general who critique the narrative. That's what the shot was at them, and because they all listen to the internet and they got radicalized by the Riddler, so to speak, but they didn't do it overtly. It wasn't like beating you over the head with it. It was just like a subtle thing. That was my thought. I'm not sure if we're quite saying the same thing.
That makes sense, but I thought they were taking pot shots at people like Geeks and Gamers, Nerdrotic, or anyone else who was critical of a trailer before the film came out. Anyone, like, you know what I mean, though? Like influencers in general. of pop culture. I want to thank you for the tips. I want to thank my community. Yada, yada. We have about this many followers in there. You know how like we usually do our normal routines. It didn't feel like he was going after even if it was a conspiracy theorist like podcast, they still say the same lines. That was an attack of an online. I felt it as a shot to online influencers saying like you guys are like a cult. You can churn people's minds in a second, and they were turning the influencer thing into like they're gonna be the next running gunners on the roof of a building, and that's where I had my problem.
Okay. That's a kind of the similar, but it's a different take. I didn't really peep that. I just thought, okay, this. I know that was a shot at online communities in general.
But if I would look at incel influencers, let's look at the Toronto attack back on Young and Bloor with the guy who rented the van and ran all those people off on the sidewalk. And he didn't have anyone else with him. But like I'm just saying that like maybe there was double messaging, maybe there wasn't, but those are the only two things I picked up. But other than that, I was just more or less bored. I felt like everything was jittery around with scenes, and maybe I have to go read back in and watch it again to get a different point of view. But I can't say it's a bad film. I just was bored. That's not a bad critique. I personally was bored.
My question is were you bored through the whole thing? Because I was hearing people say that the first half of the film was good, kept them enthralled, and then about the second half they died.
The continuity of certain things with like Batman, like let's say he was hiding in the shadows, right? And all you see criminals turn their heads. No, you don't want to talk about, right, guys? You're turning your heads and you're waiting for it to come. And it'd be like okay, Bat Fear. All right, awesome. I know this. I'm getting Tim Burton feels right now. Like that one stand where he gets out of his car as Bruce Wayne. Remember, like talk about it and had like that scene with all the umbrellas right away. Tim Burton with Joker and the pen is mightier than the sword. I saw little nuances there. I was like, hell yeah. But then I'd see him interact with the bouncer, and the bouncer's just laughing, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. What happened with you being you're the lower mob class being terrified 12 and a bouncer is pretty much in the same category being like no. There was continuity of how things were played out. It's like the lore behind this dude that people are afraid of was there, but only when it was for the scenes that it was necessary. And maybe I'm being a little too critical. Other than that, like I thought the music was fantastic, the scenery was great, but there was it felt like it was duct taped together and not flowing like a river. And maybe it was just my personality.
No, there's something I thought there were issues with the script that they just tried to like shoot over. Like they just tried to like, I'm trying to think of the right words to put. There was issues with the script and the plotting. And like you said, continuity issues. There's not like there's like internal continuity issues. Like, okay, if this happened logically, why the hell did that happen logically? Like that doesn't make sense with what you just presented earlier in the film and that sort of thing. There is something like that, and there is like I don't know, just like a non. To me, the script just wasn't solid. The plotting wasn't solid enough, but all the technical things were. Like the acting is pretty good, the action is pretty good. You talk about the scenery, the way everything looks. All that stuff is really well done. The music's well done. You mentioned a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that's really well done. That's why a lot of people love this movie. But then there's other elements. It's like, can't remember
the structuring,
the structure, and just the things that happen. Like the best way to put it, and I can't tell you who said it. I think it was Ron Martin in my stream yesterday. But it's a detective movie that expects you not to think too critically, and that's my biggest issue with it. And like. When you start to think critically about certain elements, it just doesn't hold up. And I don't want to get too spoilery, but there's like certain basic things that they don't even explain when you really think about it.
And I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, my apologies. I was just going to say, I also heard like riddles were very bland. I mean, there's stuff that you could find off of YouTube. You know, just have to do a Google search and come up with a riddle. It wasn't like he was coming up with original riddles that really hit. That's what I heard about the riddles.
I don't know. For me, as it's a personal thing. I couldn't get into it. When let's look at Seinfeld since we're talking about Jerry Seinfeld right now. That one episode where Elaine keeps getting dragged to the English patient, and she's literally like going, "God, let me the fuck out, let me out." You know what I mean? That episode. That's literally how I felt. And I was watching the movie live while reacting live, and you can hear me. I'm trying to make jokes, and I'm like, there's something that like I couldn't connect with it. And I do love Batman. I also think maybe we're oversaturated with it, but I do love Batman. And I feel like they were doing little nuances, like the chase scene with the penguin, and I had like that one weird view you're seeing the side. I felt like that was a nuance to Nolan, and the whole when we see Heath Ledger hanging out the window. I felt like they were trying to do nuances of older Batman. That, hey, we're listening. We know what's around, and they were trying to incorporate. I think it's mad respect, but there was something personally that I couldn't connect with, and I still can't figure it out. And it's been a couple days. Now you can call me a Nazi.
No, you're not a Nazi. No, I did not see a lot in this movie myself. There's just something to me. It felt inconsistent plot wise, even though the action and everything is well done. It feels like, what's the best way to put? You know what? It almost feels like it's the watching version of a game where everything is rigidly put out, almost like everything is just gonna happen. And Hell's Axe, enjoy AEW. I didn't forget, but I do know they have like a pay-per-view, and I think I was supposed to do something, but oh well.
Take it easy.
But I don't know. I don't want to
put the finger on it. It's really hard to put the finger on, isn't it?
There's certain things I can say because there's certain things that bothered me, but it was just like inconsistent. This is an inconsistent world. Even the like, there are things that happen that should kill characters that doesn't, and then there are scenes that there are some scenes that happen for no actual reason. When you look back, you say that this scene didn't impact the story. They just did it because it looked cool, or because it added drama, or because I feel like there's a lot of artificially added drama, and it's you know what it is, the land of 1,000 cuts. It's not like one major thing that you can say this movie sucks because of this and then. I would never say that the movie sucks, even though I gave it like a 5 out of 10. It's just that it has fundamental flaws that I just can't get past, and it's a bunch of little ones that add up, and it's like it's hard to just say. It's not like a one sentence answer I can give you to say what the issues with the movie. But I understand also why people will like it, because like I said, the acting is actually well done and the action's well done, and it's mostly practical effects. So what do you say to that?
Well, would you say that maybe this feels like a film that should have been like 2 hours, and then they artificially padded it up to get to a 3 hour? That this film should, if you trimmed this film in certain areas, it'll run smoother, be a better flow, make a better film.
Probably. But I mean, they would have to change the plot because they made the plot what it was. Okay. But yeah, they could have cut this. They could have cut this down and made this a little bit neater of a movie.
So, do you think that the movie warranted being, for it to be like it costs more than any other ticket that you'd buy for any other movie?
I mean, AMC's bullshit. No.
Oh shit! I didn't even notice that. Because I haven't went to a movie in so long, so I'm like, oh, and I bought an IMAX ticket, so it's already more expensive. So I didn't notice that they added even more, because like I can't remember the last time I saw an IMAX movie.
Yeah, the Batman's getting charged. Yeah.
I wouldn't say. Well, listen, it's a free market. You can pay what you want. I wouldn't have, knowing that, I wouldn't have paid any. I wouldn't have known that. I wouldn't have liked that. But I just bought an IMAX ticket and didn't even know no better.
Well, watching Pulp Culture Breakdown yesterday about that, the one guy sat back and said, just 2 people going out there, $25. Boom. Just $25 just to get in and watch the film. Yes. Then try to go with a family, go with more than that. It's like, how expensive that is to see. Yeah, $bucks. And that's not including concessions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were out here. They were charging like $20 a ticket.
I paid $20 for the IMAX.
So,
which, I mean, I'll pay it for IMAX because I'm like, oh, it's IMAX, whatever. But
I would have. When I saw Dune, I only paid like about $13, $14 for the IMAX. Yeah,
really
out here.
So maybe I got. See, I haven't went to enough movies recently to compare it to. So when I saw the price, I was like, well, it's inflation. I'll just, I want to see the movie. Mm-hmm. Fuck it. I didn't think too much of it, and I didn't know I didn't have anything to compare it to because, shit, I'm trying to think. The last time I saw an IMAX movie, probably Endgame. No, not Endgame. I saw that at home. Infinity War. It's the 2018. Right. You know what I mean? That's 4 years. So I had nothing to compare it to.
When was the last time I went to a theater? Was Force Awakens.
Oof. That's even longer.
Wow.
Yeah, I've only seen a handful of films. Let's see, Force Awakens I saw in the theater. Then I saw. Fast forward, I saw Solo in the theater. Someone took me to see it, so it's like, okay, I'll go. What the hey? Bring the daughter along. Was the Impractical Jokers movie and then Dune? Those are the only films I've seen in that time period in the theater. Nothing's really drawn me to go and drop that money.
Mm-hmm. See, I saw Joker 2 in the theater, but we saw it at the cheap hood theater. It was like $6. You know what I mean?
Yeah. She could be having like the dollar theaters out here in Houston.
Oh, I miss those. I think we got one in South Shore.
Fucking dollar theaters, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, that's where I saw so many films. I saw E.T. and Blade Runner. No, I didn't see Blade Runner in the theater, but Clash of the Titans, and I can't remember, just all those films in a dollar theater. It's just like, boom, 99 cents actually. Let's be honest, 99 cents.
Damn. Colder says he got the RTX tickets where the seats move to the movie. Shit was wild. Damn, y'all ever had sat in anything like that?
No. Outside of like rides at amusement parks and shit, but not like
right.
regular movie.
Mm-hmm.
No, and I really hate saying this again since the way my review was even Vigilantes. The one thing that's bothering me when I even get to talk about this thing, I don't like it. Mm-hmm. It's like your chat's not doing it, and I actually respect them for it. It's very adult-like, and I'm not making a pot shot, but I'm sick of seeing like having a conversation with someone or people in a chat or whatever automatically are like, well, I liked it, yada yada yada, and I'm like, I was bored. I wasn't attacking the politics. There was no politics, and I wasn't attacking anything. Like, well, why is it people automatically have to get to defense mode to say why they liked it when it's just someone else's opinion, and it shouldn't even have to have that knee-jerk reaction? Like, that's the thing that's been, like, I hate talking about movies sometimes, is because there's this knee-jerk reaction. Even I'm guilty of it, like automatically trying to defend why you like it, or in general, or why you don't like it. And I'm like, you don't need to. You're an individual. You're not going to be the same as anyone else. And that's the other thing that's been bothering me, like even talking about pop culture. Like, well, especially Boba Fett, especially Mandalorian, especially anything like that. As soon as you start becoming critical, people come out of the work and start trying to defend why they like it. And I'm trying to understand this. Are you defending the reason why you like it yourself? Or personal opinion? And that's what I'm trying to figure why that's even necessary. Like, because no one's going out and singling out a single name in the chat going, well, you must be the devil. No. This is where my mind is right now, because I'm trying to figure it out, because I've seen so much shit over the last 4 weeks with riot police, horse tramples, and protesters, hugs, feeding home, all this stuff, and the brilliance of what humanity can be. And then I'm seeing nonsensical bickering over an opposite opinion. Like, if you don't defend it, you're being insulted.
Right.
Well, there's a psychological thing. I can't tell you what it's called, but where people attach themselves to their opinions and their beliefs. That's why we have so much division outside of in culture, in the world, in the West as a whole, is because when you criticize, and this is not an everybody thing, but there's a tendency for people to associate so deeply with the things they quote unquote care about that when they're criticized, they feel like they themselves are criticized. So when you this chat is cool, but it's like, they're going to, and actually so was my chat, and there were people that liked the movie, but nobody was attacking me. We all you just had a conversation. And it was cool.
Can't even make fun of the stuff though. But you can't even make fun of the stuff that was funny. Like, it's like everyone thinks it's a personal attack. It's like you got a personal attack. But people act like that. I'm trying to figure out why. I'm trying to figure out what the difference is between a conversation and feeling like you're being put down. But I'm still trying to figure this out, because it's like, if I fart and say, well, my fart sucked today, someone going to go, well, I farted and it was fantastic. Am I going to have to, like, are they defending that reason that it was fantastic? Or are we going to go in like that? That's how stupid it sounds sometimes. I got to watch the movie again to make a second opinion, because
I thought about maybe watching it again.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought
I'm sorry, I'm 24. I just start mumbling and going to motor about.
No, you're good, man. Coldera said, but we love Fat Steve.
We do.
We do.
But the thing is, for me, is when someone does not like something I like, it's like my question is, oh, what is it that you didn't like about it? I mean, it's always interesting to see the other person's perspective. Like you were sitting back, you're going through. I haven't seen the film, so I'm neither negative or positive about the Batman. But you're making the points, which is like, well, what exactly was it? Or when it comes around to the technical side, because that's what I'm interested in: the storytelling, how things broke down, how the acting was. And such like that. And some people, it's not their cup of tea. And I appreciate when someone sits back and says, I didn't like the film, but I can see why it was popular. I appreciate that. I've said that before about many things.
Yeah.
That I didn't like it myself personally, but I can see why it's popular.
Yeah, and that's how I feel about this. Like I absolutely understand why it's so much love. I mean, I was even thinking like because we get so little practical big budget action films where there's CG in this movie, tons of it, but like a lot of it is still done practically. Even parts of that chase scene, I believe they did practically. So when you see that, I'm like, man, part of me is just like, should I just say I like it so we can encourage that thing because I really like practical effects? But there's other elements of the movie. But I mean, hey, I was trying to see. I was trying to ruin Michael Jackson, Human Nature. It's human nature. It's human nature to really get defensive over your opinions and that, or to really associate with your opinions. I mean, especially in this generation as a whole. And I'm not trying to just go at millennial Zoomers. It's everyone who is living in this era and who's living in the social media era. We are so defined by what we are. I'm a nerd. I'm a Trekkie. I'm a whatever. I'm a leftist. I'm a
furry. We can leave that shit out.
I wasn't expecting that. But no, people have those identity. We talk about identity politics. It's not just a racial, gender, whatever thing. People identify by their interests and their likes, and they really do. And so when something's challenged, if you talk about a video game, they if you say I like a video game, they didn't. Oh no, yeah. Either way, you like a video game that somebody else didn't. Oh, you must be an idiot. How do you like this? You like a movie somebody else didn't. Well, you must be dumb. Or if you hate something someone like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. People get so defensive of their own thoughts and beliefs. That's really where that comes from. And there's a psychological phrase for it. I couldn't tell you offhand, but that is something that that's a thing. It's a real human condition, or a thing that humans do.
Well,
Isn't it tiring?
We've gotten so used to. We've gone from where we've actually met together when in the days when we had fan clubs and such like that, and people being face to face, having discourse with each other, exchanging, what's this and that, stuff that got passionate, but it's like why you liked it, why you didn't, just going through it, why things are now. Everyone's behind the keyboard. Everybody can be a big tough guy, and of course, as that goes, they don't have that discourse. And it's like my opinion is me, and if you don't like my opinion, it is a personal attack on me. And it's like that's not the case. It's like, why is it? Why is it you didn't like this, or why is it that you do like it? It's not an attack. We want to get to know you better, and they take that as an attack. It's like get the thin skin, get rid of that thin skin, and understand that when people come forward, what you consider is going to be engaging in an attack isn't. It's just people asking questions. Don't be offended by a question being asked. And if you're asking the question, don't be a smart ass.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, not you.
It's a good answer because it still boggles me because I'm like, and I'll be dead straight. I think Mandalorian's what caused this to go in full fruition lately with the defensive of what you like and don't like. Like we start hearing more reasonings like, oh, you can't say anything until you watch it, or you don't make your opinion until it's all over. But then when you do make your opinion and it's the same as from what you saw as the trailer, then it still falls on deaf ear. I can't figure it out. Human beings suck. I'm gonna say it right now. Human beings suck. And I'm included. I suck too. But Jesus, it's to try to be empathic without trying to be insulting when you're not even being insulting. It drains the crap out of you. I'd rather vote. And I'm not
What?
political.
I think people want to be offended. I think that's what it is. I think people actually enjoy being offended, so they can go out there and do the Trigglypuff thing.
But that doesn't make sense, because I got people who like, I'll have people come up to me in my DMs or whatever and automatically assume I didn't like it because I want to copy a camp who automatically looks for woke SJW crap and just wants to shit on stuff. And I'm like, that's not even the case.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure it out. It's just, I don't know. Maybe
Hey,
there is
there, Boreal. Good to see you.
Sorry.
Yeah, hell no, Porio. I was actually reading Cosmic Fusion, his comment. He says he thinks that what you're talking about is going on before Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like, at least relative to the Fellowship, the community, I definitely think Mando kind of was like a thing. But yeah, I do think it's probably a fake martial artist and vigilante. Anyways, that's hilarious. I do think there is like this thing where, you know what it is? People just want you to agree with them. People, and it's not like some of it is like a malicious thing, but and then you said some people just want to be offended. I think that too, but I think it is people want
to be in camps.
People are still, camps or community. They want community. Right. They want fellowship
or cubes.
Yeah,
cubes. Yeah, but like and so go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, and we're getting a bunch of comic book guys out there. Actually, worst episode ever out there. You got so many people that are now turning into him.
Yeah, he was a prophetic character, really, because like there's way more comic book guys now than there were then. You know, he was just kind of like a mean joke, the one like super nerd, but now that's like a standardized personality type.
And Cosmic,
sometimes I do it.
Sorry, Rich. And Cosmic, maybe you're right. Maybe Mandalorian's where I picked up on it more because he was more in my face. But is it wrong of me to ask these questions, or should I just like do what everything everyone else does when it gets too hard, brush it under the carpet and just keep going on?
No, these questions need to be asked. I think this is it's very important to question the process, so to speak, or to question what's why things are the way they are, and no matter what we're talking about. So
why should we shut up and keep on going down the path of Idiocracy or whatever that film was? Where Idiocracy. Why should we shut up and start getting this down to that path? Because if we shut up, that's what you got. You got the morons talking, the IQ 72 crowd. Barely can keep their knuckles from dragging on the ground as they're drilling over the latest incel thing out there that they're told, they're fed like pablum that they have to like. If they don't like it, they're an estaphobe, this and that, and it's the greatest thing ever. And it's like nobody likes it when someone walks out there and goes, "The Emperor has no clothes," and sometimes that's what we do. It's like, it's nothing wrong with pointing out when there's an emperor not wearing clothes. There's nothing wrong with asking, well, why is it that this is why? Or, I found that this structure was not quite right. Or even praising something. I found that they did a great job doing this and they built this up. Because they like to attack even that, where you're going out there and actually praising something. It's like, the Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett, yeah, it had this, but they did the great thing here. And all of a sudden you get attacked all of a sudden for being a simp for Disney.
That's usually how it works. So if you like one thing, you get called the.
You know what it really took though? It took all this stuff going on with Ottawa and what's going on with the truckers to see that like they're not complaining about pop culture. They're standing up because they just want to have the ability to choose for something. And it's like they're able to have conversations, disagree, agree. And if someone gets in their face with the ignorance or rudeness, then they apply a retort respectively. And yet we're not doing that here. And what's up with Jody? Before I get going soon.
Jody?
Oh. Wow. You talking about
is that the one that went to the studio just to shit on someone because they felt irrelevant?
Oh man, yeah, that was sad to watch, man.
Ooh, that was
you talking about the Young Ripper thing, right?
Oh, I thought that's what we were going to talk about. So I was like, oh, okay, because I don't know the guy, but I've heard stories that not even the Hardy Boys could solve.
From what I could tell. Go ahead.
Oh, was that video that you put in there? I only saw part of it, but
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Actually, what happened was, Young Ripper said that he didn't see an issue with what Ryan had said about the Batman review, and all of a sudden you see Andy Signor and
I saw that.
and Jody's corner basically get on his ass. So Young Ripper called him like, "Fuck it, man! I'll do a live stream. Y'all want to talk about the shit? We can talk about it." And when that shit went down, oh man, it was a massacre, man. It was wild as shit, man. I'm not sure if anybody in the chat caught that, but that shit was pretty.
Parts of it. I couldn't watch the whole thing. It was hard to watch, honestly.
I like how Andy though didn't go on camera and kept to his avatar. That was funny. Usually he's always on. That's Popcorn Planet, right? He's usually always on his camera. So why not this time?
That was a not a good look for them, and it was sad to see that Jody was like so like embracing the ignorance. That was just sad to see personally.
Right.
I wish the dude the best. I don't have no ill will towards the guy, but I did want to see Cosmic Fusion these couple messages. He says, honestly, man, I'm starting a brand new channel separate from the fandom because of this. I'm tired of arguing with SJWs, being left and right leaning. Everything has to be a debate. 2022. And then the message highlighted, we're just yelling into an echo chamber of our own creation. We're not breaking new ground, reaching new ears. I don't disagree with this in the least.
Wait.
And I mean, go ahead.
Wait, Ripper won, right? Not Jody?
Oh, yes, Ripper destroyed.
Yeah.
And honestly, it was almost no, they didn't school Ripper. It was the other way around. No, honestly, I said in one of the comments I left, no one reads my shit, but it was just like that wasn't really a murder, it was a suicide because it was just Jody just destroying himself with craziness. He was trying to prove that Ripper was a part of Geeks and Gamers, and he was like, I have more subs than Geeks and Gamers, and I have more reach to them. And it was just like all this craziness. It seemed like he didn't know who Ripper was, and then he was talking about he gets more bitches. That became like a game. So like, what are you doing?
So he was trying to. I hate to use this term. He was trying to Jarbo it up.
Yeah, basically, basically trying to see who dick was bigger on. So at a dick measuring contest. And,
it was embarrassing. Like,
I
honestly,
Young Ripper tore his ass up, man. That shit was wild.
Yeah, I love the comments saying, man, that was like a suicide because it was like it felt honestly. And I hate saying this. I'm not trying to go Stephen A. Smith, but as a black man, it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. I'm glad Ripper did what he did because it's like, yo. Outside of the debate, let's just take the debate shit, the actual point, because it wasn't even about that. It's like this guy is like embracing ignorance. He's talking about, I get more bitches than you got a home studio, all this and third. Meanwhile, he has kids and shit, and I don't think he's married to anybody, so he's got all these different kids out of wedlock and shit. And it's like, yo, bro, get your life right. You know what I mean? Get your life right. You're just trying to get into a dick measuring contest with somebody who honestly has more clout than you over the internet, and it's like, what are you doing? And this has nothing, and a lot of shit has nothing to do with the point that you're supposedly mad about. So it just seemed like you were just trying to come and clout chase, and you embarrassed yourself.
He wasn't ready for it, man. He came in that motherfucker thinking he was gonna just like, because if you heard how it started, he was like, "Yo, Rip, I've been looking for you, homie. I've been looking for you," and then Young Ripper looked around like, what? And I said, oh, this motherfucker coming with this. Like, it reminded me of wrestling. Like, somebody looking like I'm coming with you. And it was just like, it was one of them things. And oh, man, it was just wild. You have to see it. Matter of fact, EVS EFAP'd it. Oh, man. They called each other niggas so many fucking times back and forth. And you fat motherfucker and all this other shit. It was wild as shit. That had to be.
I can't ever do a reaction to that. I'm too white,
dude. Hey, I tell you what, man, that had to be some of the wildest shit that I've seen in a minute, man. Dude, you guys have to watch that, man. It was EVS. This was like 2 nights ago, man. EVS EFAP'd it. Young Ripper and Jody both were live streaming it at the same time. You can hear them both talking shit like on 2 different channels. It was just some wild shit. That shit was entertaining as hell, man.
They were watching. Friggin' Ethan
Van Sciver, yeah.
So they were
streaming.
Yeah, Ethan Van Sciver was streaming the live stream of them 2 going at each other. He was like, man, he was like, yo, this shit is crazy. You guys got to watch this shit. and he sat there. EVS had like a few thousand people watching him. That shit was crazy as shit. Yeah, he was watching him, watching them. Yeah, exactly. Yo, that shit was wild. Yeah. So even Van Sciver was like, "Yo, you guys see this?" And the way they were just going at each other's throat, man, it was just crazy as shit. And then Jody screaming, and then boy, but man, when Eric got mad, that it was a wrap, man. He tore his ass up, man. It was funny as shit. People got like water commercials of like he dissed him. He was like, "Yo, I'm drinking spring water. You should be drinking that shit, you fat motherfucker." And then and it showed like he held the water. And it was like what it said. It was like so and so spring water. You know, get it at your local grocery store. Like some shit. Like somebody turned that shit into a commercial. I bust out laughing. I said, damn, dog, yeah, I saw that shit earlier today. I said, damn, this shit crazy as fuck, man. Like people turned that shit. Yeah, if you watch man, you guys have to watch that shit, man. It has to be like some of the wildest shit. Both of these guys from the hood talking this crazy shit. This might be some shit I grew up seeing. I just ain't seen in a long time, man. So it was just fucking. It was entertaining as fuck, man. Wow.
To Cosmic Fusion's point, he says, you know, EVS EFAP and the Ripper stream is monetizing rage, clickbait in its purest form. I get the fatigue with some of the BS, and that's why I'm trying to switch formats with my channel. That's why I'm doing a lot more game streams. I'm leaning into conspiracy theory type stuff because that's just stuff that interests me. I wanted to actually start talking about sports. I'm gonna switch. I'm not starting I probably will start new channels, but I'm starting to do different things with my own channel because it's like, you know, I still want to talk about media. I'm gonna try to do a review of the Batman. I still want to talk about the entertainment stuff, but the politics of the politics are getting to me, and it's just like, you know, it's not quite what I signed up for. You know what I'm saying?
I want to get back into gaming too, but I like being non-political, so I'm trying to get the live channel up, but I'm gonna keep doing shit on my channel. I figured out now that I can do 2 streams at once, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
And don't sell yourself short there, Vidge. You do a pretty good job being a citizen journalist as well. I mean, I've seen some of your stuff you put out there.
So, I haven't really been trying that in a minute, though. I still do research stuff, but
I am waiting for the Senate inquiry on the whole Emergencies Act. I want to see how that plays out, though. Is it true that Biden's trying to actually pass the Emergencies Act and already went through the Senate or something?
I don't know.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. I have to take a look at that, but I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah,
maybe the chat would know. All I can hope is he has enough depends that he got shipped into the White House because I don't know if he can handle all that honking.
You know,
sorry.
No, actually, I have a question for you, Fast Steven, because I remember at a point you kind of, you know, when you started to kind of focus on gaming a little bit back, that you were kind of fatigued of the politics stuff, and then you got, you know, you found yourself in this. How do you feel about
the same? I can make fun of the human and not worry about the political standard because I hate politics. I have no political siding. I don't vote for any side, not even the middle. Okay, I try to look at a thing from both sides. What the protesters wanted simply was just to be listened to, just to have a conversation, whether it be with Trudeau or from a representative. Trudeau decided to villainize publicly across the nation that they are misogynist, white supremacist, and played them with a broad stroke, also giving the rest of Canada, who believed that crap, to do exactly the same in order to create that divide. And from there, that solidified the truckers to stay there longer. They had nothing else to give. And more people started listening to the live streamers when they saw people coming down and say, you got to come down and experience it for yourself. And the crowds grew. Why? Because they needed to experience for themselves. Same time, they were subletting other issues that probably wanted to get back the birthdays they lost for 2 years, or seeing a family member, or having a Christmas, or just not have to worry about a mask, having a hug, a handshake, and having food cooked for you. It was like a giant ass barbecue. You will never get the feeling back that I saw through camera. But at the same time, the way they were trying to villainize them, Legacy's done. Legacy's done after this. And Legacy, like even politicians in House of Commons were like, oh, you got to think of the journalists who had to hide their tags and their nameplates and their identity. I don't agree with some of the way they were acted. I don't agree with the guy who spit on one of the cameramen. I don't believe in the pulling on the camera. I don't do that. But news legacy media, no offense, y'all fucked up. You have for years been slandering people with a narrative based off opinion pieces rather than telling a story straight down the middle of what actually happened. If you don't have enough facts, you don't fucking report it. And because of that, you have an uphill battle to earn back that respect to any even new journalist who gets hired, because they can't trust you. And that's the big eye waking right now, is the trust. They're starting to see that news is not trust. News is the epitome of what cancel culture started out to be. And from that, America is actually thanking Canadians for Ottawa because of that convoy that has gone through not only California, all the way to DC. So I've seen people stand up for something, and I've seen legacy media show their true colors, which I think everyone already knew, but more people saw.
Well, that's the thing. Everyone didn't know, and everyone still doesn't know. I think the more I think we forget about that normie class, aren't on Twitter all the time, who don't know all the stuff that happens, and that just, they're not even hardcore news guys or gals. They just, they'll turn on the CNN for a little bit as background and pay attention. Those group of people still are still in their waking up phase, or haven't woke up or to how corrupt legacy media is. I keep calling it, we're in North Korea, we're in China. We have that, we state-sponsored media or agenda-sponsored media, at least, where the media will give you a framing regardless of its accuracy, and everyone will fall in line necessarily, or every media source or major media outlet does the same thing. Right. And it doesn't matter about the accuracy of what's being reported. It just matters that it's on brand and it's on whatever the new, we joke about NPC download, but whatever it is, whatever the new code is, they report on brand. So that's the issue. A lot of people still don't realize how corrupt legacy media is still right now.
Well, this isn't the first time that we've had this problem with the press and the media. I mean, all we have to do is two words: yellow journalism. You had that problem. People were always harping about William Randolph Hearst, how he controlled so much of the media, how he had control of so much of the news, how he could blacklist people from having their films. Of course, the big fight was the Citizen King with Orson Welles and him. You had, even before that, going across the line where media in the form of paper obviously wasn't as live in person that we have now, but where journalists would have gotten tarred and feathered because they were not going out there and expressing the true story, or they're being very one-sided. And it goes up and down. And we're seeing a new generation of that right now. So whenever the press, the media sits back and says, "How dare you question us?" You're dealing with something that is not a true information brokerage, because the media, the press, should be questioned, whether it's the one that you think is on your side, in fact, more so with them, or the other side. There is no such thing as an unbiased media source out there. It leans heavily one side, pretty much so. But when the moment they sit back and say that, "How dare you question us?" You're not dealing with, all you're dealing with is propaganda. That's all you are. And they're very fragile about it.
But the fact is that mainstream media wants to play victims and say, "Well, we have to hide our identification." You guys put yourself there,
right?
Nobody else.
And people, and you're
still doing it, But I'm gonna have to get going soon too. But it's good talking to you guys. But
it's great talking,
man. Great talking to you, man.
But I'll stand by this. I might make jokes about Trudeau. It doesn't mean I'm a politician. It doesn't mean I'm political. It means as a human being, he's acting like a douchebag. The same way I would be called out by any of these people here in the chat or on the panel if I was acting like a douchebag. The actions of the man or the human outweigh whatever title they have, because humanity was way there before we had political titles.
Mm-hmm.
So you can take the politics out of everything and just look at them and judge them as a human being.
The way I look at you, Fat Steve, and I look at you like Johnny Carson. Nobody was safe in this monologue. Nobody was safe in the monologue.
Yeah.
Everybody got hit. And that's what we need more of. I mean, just like Will Rogers, the same thing there. He went after everybody.
I rimmed out someone today. They subbed to my channel because I have sub only on because I want to keep the bots out. And then they messaged later. They go, "Well, this stream sucks. Unsubbed." Later, I'm like, "Well, Wendy, thank you for telling me that you had to unsub and how much it sucked. I can't tell if the 311 in your name stands for your weight, your IQ, or the height of the last ride you will never get on." And then I just kept antagonizing forever. And I was like, "Don't be a Wendy. You ruin everything." And it was just going on.
Oh, shit.
Other than that, you guys are great. Make sure you guys are subbed to these channels. Stop being a douchebag. Thank you, Fusion.
Man.
Fuck you, eh? But other than that, I gotta go.
Hey, man, take it easy, man. We love you, brother.
Yeah, take care, man.
And stop bickering with your dad in my chat, Baron. Jesus Christ.
I didn't. I'm not. Like, I have control.
You see the different reaction right now? That means he was.
Yeah, that lets you know. Yeah, that's Pops right there. Yeah, you got to cut that out.
I love you too, old man.
Yeah, the old man's awesome. Yeah, you know what? You know, hey, look, I'll tell you this before you go. The old man always tells us how he just, finished checking you out on your live streams before he comes on here and sees us. So he's always, checking on you, and he'll let us know if you're having a good day or a bad day. So obviously he sit there and he watches you for a hot minute, man. But that's that's support, man, and that's what it's all about.
Me? Your dad likes me? Weird.
He likes you. Yeah, I know. I like you. That's weird.
Man. Yeah.
But I know he's letting people know. Yeah. He's letting people know about you. So
thank you. Quickly, one more thing I'm gonna say. I have to go save Ukraine now. Via CNN.
Well, you know what? You're good enough, you're smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like you. So I believe.
For fuck's sakes, you are not using that line right now.
Stuart Smiley.
You know what? If I tattoo Hucklebees on my balls, everyone's getting a mushroom slap. I swear to God. Paroxysmal experience. I like you too, old man. Y'all take care. Have a good one.
All right, man. You too, man.
All right,
hey,
love you, man. Take care.
Man. Take it easy, man. We love you, brother. Damn, there you go, Fat Steven Seagal.
It's always enjoy when he comes.
Yeah, it's always good. And you know what? I think we'll leave on that good note. So, with that, wanted to tell everybody, thank you for being here and getting in this conversation with us. It's always good when we see everybody getting involved, man. And the chat was awesome. You guys actually did y'all thing, man. I was reading y'all comments, man. Everybody's smart than a motherfucker, man. And shit, y'all know y'all shit, man. Just wanted to tell everyone thank you. But before we go, just wanted to ask Baron, let us know where we can find you, brother.
My channel, Baron Norman Tag. Search for me there. I don't know if the guys can put that in the chat or not. Of course, I have my Wednesday 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, Baron After Dark. I'm talking with somebody now about being on there. I don't have them solidified yet. Got to talk to them on the chat, the DMs, but we'll have somebody there. Of course, I'll be with you next Sunday, both of you gentlemen, and hopefully Fat Steven as well. So, we didn't even get to talk about the Pacific 414, that great.
Well, shit, we'll definitely.
We'll talk about it dinner time there. Yeah.
All right. Vigilante, I'm sorry, man. Let us know where we can find you at, brother.
On my channel, I do a Sunday stream, Sunday evening, like around midnight. I always do a stream. I'm gonna do a stream. It will be I call it now. Expect technical difficulties, just a game stream where I just do a bunch of random games, or I am gonna do a subject. The kind of conspiracy theory subject and talk about that. I'm thinking of actually doing a subject since I did a game stream last week. It may be a little bit later, so if it's a little bit later, I'll let you guys. It may be like 12:31 Eastern, which I know is late. So if that's too late, please watch the playback the next day. I would appreciate that as well. And also, I have a bat. If you want to see my opinion in long form on the Batman, I did a stream on it yesterday. First half hour, 9 spoilers. So if you want to see that. And after that, I talk about spoilers. And I'm going to be doing sometime this week a Batman review where it's just a little bit shorter and I can get all my thoughts in a 10 or 15-minute video. So that's what's coming up for me this week. And, of course, Culture Crime Fires is always on Wednesday, this week's Matt channel. But we're always on the Patreon. Please check out the Patreon. We really appreciate that support. Seriously. So, all right. That's pretty much it for me.
All right. And with me, I'll just be dropping videos and we'll see what goes on this week. But for sure, you guys can always catch me here at the Primetime Kings. Man, this place is awesome. I love being here with you guys. Man, always have a great time. You guys have me rolling today, man. So just wanted to appreciate everybody, the panel. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. Love you guys in the chat. For from Vigilante Williamson, Baron Norman Tagged is 24/7, along with Fast Steven Seagal with the Primetime Kings of Live Stream. And we out. Peace.
I'm Batman.
Peace.
Look at you with that shit.